This is Jimmy Cavs Tape the Broadcast, the 5150 interview series in Bulldozer Magazine. This is a very wonderful, very, very Florida-type night here in Southern California, Glendale, the complex. I'm here with Jason, just to make sure I don't mispronounce your name, Landrian of Black Cobra. How do you doing, man?
Very good, thank you. It's a very Floridian night. Yeah, right. And it's being from Florida, I can attest to that. Yeah.
Oh, so you're used to this?
Yeah, kind of. It's been a long time, but yeah, it kind of reminds me of home.
This is interesting. Black Cobra in Southern California. I haven't said that in a while. You guys have been very, very busy. What have you been up to?
Well, in between tour, we did a European tour earlier this year with Acid King, which was really great. And then we've kind of been here and there out on the road on our own with other bands here and there. And then earlier in the year, we were in Florida again, in Gainesville, recording our upcoming album. So that was been the main chunk of time of what we've been doing. Has been writing and recording new material. So
now this is interesting. It's been a while since you've released anything. This is a new record that you're recording for a new label, correct? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, correct. It's a new record. It'll be out sometime soon. We'll have details really soon, and it's kind of vague, but we'll have some details soon about it. It's going to be released by Season of Mist.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're really excited about that, and yeah, we've just been kind of like putting all our energy into that and working hard towards that album release, and just still keeping busy on the road doing this tour. We kind of focused this tour around Total Fest, which was in Missoula, Montana, and this is kind of the tail end of that tour. And then we're gearing up after this. We're gearing up to do our upcoming tour with Yob at the end of October and November. So that'll be the next thing that we do.
Now, yeah. That's a national tour, correct?
Yeah, full U.S. tour.
Are you blown away that this genre of music has expanded to a whole new demographic of fans, and individuals are discovering Black Cobra, but are unaware that you're a duo?
Yeah, that's always it's always an interesting thing, when people see us for the first time and didn't know that it was only two people. As far as the genre, kind of gaining popularity, it's not surprising given the fact that most of the bands in it are exceptional, so it is refreshing to see that people are finally kind of paying attention to it and picking up on it. So it's a great time to be just playing music in general. Just people are really open-minded and just kind of open to new things, and so it's great for us, and it's just been great overall. So
it's interesting that when I hear there's a lot more duo bands coming out now. I don't want to say you were one of the first, but you were one of the pivotal ones. Do you find it interesting that now more musicians are deciding to go as a two-piece?
It is interesting. I'm not aware of that many more, but yeah, when we were first kind of rare when you started. Yeah, when we were first starting out, there were like Jucifer was around, and I had seen them before, and like Local H, I think, was another two-piece that was around. But for us, when we started writing, we weren't really sure. Like Rafa and I were writing together, and we kind of weren't sure what we were gonna do, if we were gonna be a two-piece or a three-piece or whatever. We were just writing these songs, and it just got to a point where we were just like, let's just try it with us too. And a big part of that was, being fans of Thrones, Joe Preston's project or band, whatever, I don't want to call it project, but his band Thrones, it's just him, doing everything. And that was, very kind of inspirational, seeing like how he could do everything. And we're like, well, that's one person, we're at least two, so maybe we can, do something with that. So yeah, I feel like it worked out for us, and it's still working out. And we've never had any plans to add another member. We've never had another member. So I think it creates challenges for us that, we're very always excited to kind of, meet head on, and in ways that we can shape the sound and shape the songs to work within that sound. So it's always a challenge, but it's always like an exciting challenge, not a daunting challenge.
It's interesting when individuals say that there's always something lacking when it's just a two-piece. I totally disagree with that. When I see your band play live, or especially when I listen to the record, it's beyond heavy and there's nothing lacking. But do you find yourself, as you are writing material and recording material, wondering how it would be if you had an additional player?
Like it does definitely come to mind sometimes, but at this point, once the songs are done, and even in the writing process, we're not really thinking about a third party. So it's hard for me to imagine what the songs would sound like with it just feels like it's a finished product by the time we're done with it. So
you already have the chemistry.
I mean, I like to think so. Yeah. So thanks. But we kind of just write with that in mind, with it being two people, but also like not limiting ourselves. As if we feel like it needs another layer of sound or something, we try to find a way to add that in, whether it's via, a live sample. And that's the other thing, is we always want to make it something that we'll be able to replicate live. We don't want to ever rely on studio trickery or anything like that to, emulate something that we wouldn't be able to do, in a live setting, because we're a live band. We tour all the time. So, that's very real. Yeah, exactly. That's very important to us, to be able to express that in a live setting and not just in a recorded setting. So that's always something that we keep in mind. And again, that's something that it's a challenge to us, but it's something that it keeps us excited, and it keeps us motivated, and it's not something that we're ever like is daunting to us. So
cool. You can't really talk too much about the record itself, right, but would it be safe to say that it's already written and you're going into the recording protocol?
I would say it's safe to say that it's already recorded and everything. So yeah, it's actually, we recorded it back in June, and it's done. We're kind of like putting all the other logistical pieces together as far as artwork and things like that. So we're in that zone right now, and we're kind of
completed with it.
Yeah. Songs, as far as the material's written and it's already done. So we're actually going to be playing one new song tonight.
Nice.
And on the Yob tour, we might be adding one or two new songs into the set as well. We'll see. We're not sure yet, but we've been playing one new song live, and we'll be playing one tonight. So give you a little taste.
Will that album follow in the same vein as your prior releases?
I mean, I think it's safe to say that if you like any of our prior releases, you're going to like this one. Okay. We're not at a point where we try to reinvent the wheel or anything, but we also like to, as a band, we like to grow organically. Absolutely. So again, we don't want to limit ourselves to within a certain spectrum or anything like that, but we do also want to grow, as artists and as a band. So I think it's a step in the same direction, like kind of how Invernal was a step away from Chronomega, not away, but just in a step forward, I guess. And I feel like the new one is going to be in the same progression.
Same energy?
Yeah.
Same anger?
I think you can anything that you've heard previously, if you liked any of that stuff, you can expect some of those things and more on the new record.
The new record's going to be coming on Season to the Mist. Obviously, when we find out more info, I'll let you know. They're on tour right now, Black Cobra. How many more dates you got left on this tour? 4, including tonight in LA. But so tomorrow we're in San Diego, and San Diego, get out there.
San Diego, San Jose, and then Oakland.
Very, very, very hardworking band. Again, you're going to be on tour nationally with Yob, another fucking amazing band. When are the dates on that? When does it start?
It starts October 22nd in Boise, Idaho, and it's all throughout the U.S. So check out our Facebook page. Our blackcobra.net is our website. It has all the tour dates there. Yob's Facebook page, anywhere. It's all over the place. Just Google Yob Black Cobra Tour, you'll find it.
It's easy to find things now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in my day. This is one final question. All your albums have had very interesting artwork. And I always wondered if there's like a storyline with it. Is there a storyline with your artwork?
Yeah, sometimes, like with Invernal, we had a very specific sort of vision for that one, which was like, it was inspired by the stories of Ernest Shackleton, the Antarctic explorer from like the early 1900s. Chronomega had some different inspirations with like Nikola Tesla and some other things. And this new one has its own set of inspirations too. And we kind of, it's not that the whole record is a theme based on the artwork, but it's kind of sets the stage for the music, so to speak.
It gives the listener something else to absorb while listening to the music, so to speak?
Precisely, yeah.
And who's doing the artwork for this album?
We're working with a guy named Mark Irwin. So he's kind of handling everything.
And yeah. Are all these artists different?
Yeah, we've worked with a different artist on every album so far. Yeah.
All right.
So.
I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Black Cobra is coming to a city near you, and if, as we mentioned, they'll be back again with Yob, and the new album will be coming out soon. And when I find out more info, I'll let you know. Cheers.
Cheers.